Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. I'm gonna have to make this intro very quick because I forgot to charge my camera last night and it's currently on 8%, which in Sony camera terms is basically zero battery. But welcome back to another video. It's still dark outside. It's like 7 o'clock in the, actually it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm at the gym. You know, when people make excuses saying they've not got time to train, it's all BS. If you want to train, you will make it work. For me today, 6:30 is the only time I'm like free for an hour to train in the gym. So I got up early and got here early. I'm gonna leave the camera inside the car charging. I'm gonna catch up with you guys in an hour. But in the meantime, I'm gonna switch over to some drone footage right now. Good gym session. Today's the last day of this easy week. I get back into proper training tomorrow, so I didn't do too much in the gym today. I was in there for 45 minutes today. I didn't want to push it, and then when I start training tomorrow, stay there. Then when I start training again tomorrow, then I'll just be knackered. Now after going to the gym so early this morning, now I kind of like going early because you got a few people there training before work, but for the most part, the gym's pretty empty. It's the quietest I've ever seen that gym. Anyway, I was on my way home. Then it suddenly came to me that today is the 1st of December, which means Christmas is less than a month away, but more importantly, it means today's the first day of the advent calendar, and I've not even got an advent calendar. And apparently this year, Tesco are selling Reese's chocolate advent calendars, which is probably like a common thing in the US. You've got the Reese's chocolate, Reese's cereal, but the whole sort of Reese's or Hershey's brand is quite new to the UK. So this year is the first year that we've got Reese's advent calendars. Now, if you know me, my absolute favorite chocolate of all time is Reese's. So if I go to Tesco and the news is in fact correct and they do sell Reese's advent calendars, I'm going to be very happy today. No, surely not. Surely they haven't run out. I think we might be out of luck, and I'm genuinely heartbroken. I guess I'm just gonna have to get a Kinder Egg one. They've got all this Reese's chocolate, Reese's Santa, these 2 huge Reese's cups, but no advent calendars, the thing we wanted. Quite upset there to take the L. They didn't have any Reese's advent calendars. You know when you go somewhere with the anticipation and you think something's gonna happen and it doesn't. It's the worst feeling in the world. But we're gonna look at the bigger picture here. If someone ever tells you you're not old enough to do something, you look them in the face and you say you feel sorry for them. I'm 21 years old and I still have an advent calendar because I want an advent calendar. And if anyone ever tells you you're too old for an advent calendar, they're wrong. So there's a question that I got asked a couple of days ago that I sent in yesterday's video. I was going to answer it tomorrow, so today. And that is, what is your hardest day on the bike where you've suffered the most in training and in racing? Now, I'm going to start with racing. I can't honestly tell you, because it's that hard anyway, it's all a bit of a blur. You're pushing yourself and suffering for 2, 3, 4 hours. And as soon as that race is over, it's kind of like erased from your memory. You can't really remember what you've just done. So I can't honestly tell you what race I suffered in the most. But in terms of training, now maybe this is a question we can pass off to some other riders, maybe some more experienced riders, because I honestly haven't been riding a bike for very long. But for me, so far, my hardest training day on a bike was last year in Girona. I remember I was over there in Girona, which is in Spain, in Catalonia, training, and I was coming to the end of my 2 or else 3 week block. And I decided to do like a 5.5 hour ride with some intervals and stuff during it. And then the last 30 minutes back into Girona, I would spend at tempo, just basically going hard for that last 30 minutes and just, you know, finishing myself off. But the reason this was so hard was because on this particular day, it was freezing cold. There was snow on the mountains. I headed in towards the mountains and I just couldn't feel my hands. I actually ended up turning around and heading in a different direction, heading towards the coast, because pro tip here, when the temperature's really, really cold, if you head towards the coast, often it tends to be a couple of degrees warmer. So that's what I did. I turned around, started heading to the coast, managed to warm up a little bit. I was doing some zone 4 intervals during the ride. And I remember I was on this dead long straight road about an hour and a half away from Girona, and it's like a 10-mile straight. Now this road is really, really weird because like all the way along the road, I don't know if any of you have been to Girona before, but all the way along this particular road, there's like there's girls sat on the side of the road like prostitutes, and then pimps would come and pick them up, and it was a weird vibe, just covered in trees. There was nothing around, and I wanted to stop and just have a minute to myself and just breathe and, you know, just chill out. I'd done like 3.5 hours. I was freezing cold and I wanted to stop, but because of all these like prostitutes and the pimps and there's like no one else around, I decided it probably wasn't the best place to take a breather. Yeah, for me, that's probably the most I've ever suffered on a bike, like during training. Probably also the weirdest day on the bike as well. So it's completely my own fault. I always just leave my Oakleys in the middle of the walkway. I stood on them, the arm fell off. I thought I broke it. However, after closer inspection, it just clicks back into place like that, and it's fixed again. But that gave me an idea. First off, I need to go and buy a few things. Okay, now very, very soon I'm going to be sending off my blue Oakley jailbreakers back over to Belgium for the professionals to repaint my glasses. I've decided on a design. I'm very, very excited to share it with you. But in the meantime, in the interim, I came up with this idea. I've also been working all day and need content. And using these two paints, I'm going to spray these Oakleys. The reason is because like, they're a great colour. Don't get me wrong, I love the chrome look to them, but they just don't go with any of my kit. My helmet is white, so the main paint that I'm going to use is this gloss white paint. I've taken them down to the frame. When you take everything off, there's not a lot to them, is there? Extremely flammable aerosol may cause... Use only outdoors or in a well-ventilated area. Probably should have done that before I started. So the glasses have now had a couple of layers of primer. They're nicely coated, ready to go. For the bulk of these glasses, this is going to be the colour. It's a gloss white. It's like a shiny white. The same shade of white that my helmet is. It should match nicely. That's the idea. It's safe to do it in a well-ventilated area with face protection. I mean, it's cold outside, and I've not got any face protection. We've got the first layer of paint on nicely. I'm gonna let this coat dry and then do another coat, giving 2 in total. I've also got this white Dulux paint. I'm not too sure. I've got a couple of ideas what I'm gonna do with it. Did I say white? Red. I've got this red Dulux paint. Got a couple of ideas of the design I'm gonna do. But at the end of the day, it's a little bit of fun, and if this looks no good, if it looks completely shit, then I'm just gonna do something else. These little Dulux paint things are tester pots that are only like £1. Actually, I should have got a whole load of different colours just in case. But anyway, I got red because it matches the tartan on my new team kit and also the red Castelli, the logo branding. You don't realise how long this process takes until you actually start doing it. See you in another 2 hours. I've been waiting all night for these to dry. It's now like 11 o'clock in the evening or at night time. And they're nearly dry, just not quite yet. What I'm gonna do is go to bed now, wake up and continue this video, continue customizing those Oakleys in the morning. It's now the following day. I'm wearing the same jumper. Trust me, it is the following day because see, look, it's okay. It's not light outside yet. It's still quite early, but the white paint is nice and shiny. The glasses are now ready for the next stage of the process. So now the frame's back together. I also painted the little Oakley logos that stick onto the side there. I painted them red because red's going to be like the secondary color to these glasses. So I had a couple of different designs in mind that what I was going to do with the red paint, but I think the first kind of design that I'm going to do, I really like the paint splatter effect. So I think we do actually need to go outside for this. Okay, so I've just set up a professional paint area. Now I think the move is literally just going to be to stand here with the paint and just splatter it on. I don't really know, guys. I haven't done this before. And I just want to say before I start, this is probably going to be like a work in progress. I just always wanted to customize my own Oakleys. And this is the first idea I had. If it looks awful, if it looks like terrible, we can sand off the paint and just start again fresh.
I'm solo, so I'm by my lonely. Always calling why you acting so phony. Keeping you off my mind really ain't easy. Know some dudes moving greasy. I am the water and he is a squeegee. Baby, believe me, he ain't no name and yeah, I am the Fiji. No horror films where you free.
So there we go, finally, like 2 days in the process, the glasses are now done. I feel like when they're not on my head and when I look at them, they look pretty cool with the paint splatter, but I feel like when I put them on my helmet, they kind of look like I've been bleeding from my forehead. I don't know, what do you guys think? But that's going to do it for today's video. Leave any comments, criticisms, suggestions, tips in the comments down below. And what do you think? Do you like them? Do you not? Does it look like my head's been bleeding? But anyway, guys, that's the end of today's video. Please drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m.
I'm talking 100%. I'm talking a gun to my ends. I type it and fuck it, hit send. 2-5, I'm right outside. Hit me, I don't know why. Fuck yeah, I do know why. You done made up your mind. Cause I'm not that guy, I'm not that guy. Yeah. No, I'm not that guy, I'm not that guy. No, I ain't the old me. Might wanna think twice. Cause I'm not that guy, not that guy, no, no. Burn a bridge with me and you won't cross me again. Girls I know hate me cause I said we better as friends. So if you start with me then know that's where it ends. I do it every day, won't let it get in the way. Promise you no one is safe, baby come closer. I just need some closure, lucky I chose you, just like a clover. I can vouch for you like a pushover. You spicy, ain't talking samosas. It's better when they do not know stuff. You want beef with me, told you on coca. Yeah, keep it going, keep it going. Said I'm rude, but really I'm polite. And I'm Jordan, but my name not Mike. Yeah, I'm always close, I like spite. Even if it's one night, I could treat you like a wife. Rude boy, little nice. Might wanna think twice. Cause I'm not that guy, I'm not that guy, no, no.